Hello everybody, welcome to today's reading. Today's reading is a future spouse reading, and I have pre-written some channeled love letters from your future spouses. In these letters, I want you to gain an insight into their energy and gain an insight into your marriage together. Alongside this, I want some extra info into their appearance. I want to find out why they want to marry you and what makes you different from all those other biatches. So if you want to find out the juice, I need you to pick one of these 3 love letters. Pile number 1, we have the red love letter. Pile number 2, the orange love letter. And pile number 3, the pink love letter. I highly recommend that you go with your first gut instinct. Spirit is going to guide you towards a pile which has the most relevant messages and information for you. And if you need more time to meditate over these piles, please feel free to pause the video here, and I shall see you in your reading. Hello there, pile number 1. You chose the red love letter. Now, I want to kickstart the reading with the love letter so I can get that energy flowing. So we're going to get straight into it. Here it is, guys. So pile number 1. To my dearest divine, your butt is so damn fine. I like how that booty whine. Your dutty makes me high. It's not easy to tie me down, but when I fall, I'm yours. I'm a lion who likes the harem of lionesses, but you're my queen. What you have cannot be replicated, and you know I know a great thing when I see it. We had our differences at the start, but you held it down. That's how I know your value. True love has always scared me. Man, I didn't even think it existed. Then I met you, looking so fine as the lights hit your soft skin. No matter how hard I tried to look away, you pulled me back in. I swear it was like you put me under a spell. There's some real magic in you. Your body makes me hungry. I can never get enough, but there is more to us than that. You care for me. You've shown me how to care for me. I was so harsh on myself before you, so of course I was harsh on the people around me. You've changed my view on myself and my perspective on the world. You made me a wealthier person on the inside and out. You feed me in so many ways, but that cooking, I need to eat you and your food for the rest of my life. I call you Bunny, but you hate that. But you've got the cutest face. Your nose makes me want to squeeze you. I want to have so many kids with you. Your energy makes me feel so comfortable and grounded, like I want to invest. We'll make the best parents, but you know I've got no patience. I'm pure fire. I love you, I'm addicted, I'm obsessed, and the rest. I stopped running when I met you. If you want me, you've got this for life. That expensive ring shows I'll invest it all with you. Money can be replaced. You never will. My queen, my guide, my bride, forever mine. Okay, pile number 1. That was a channeled message from your future spouse. Now, whilst I was channeling this message, this letter, I did have a few things come into my head, which I've written down here. Okay, so I'm going to read these out. So we've got the song Trey Songz Already Taken. So I don't know whether that is a song that you enjoy or whether that's a song that you listen to and you do imagine like, oh, that's the kind of attitude I want my future spouse to have about me. We've also got fire energy here. So Leo, Aries and Sagittarius. This could be their sun, moon, rising, Venus. We could even say Jupiter or North Node, okay? I say Jupiter because Jupiter does represent the husband in the birth chart. Now, your future spouse loves booty, okay? They are all about that butt. They also seem to have some kind of nose fetish, I've put down here, okay? A bit of a nose fetish. They may say that they really like your nose. You may know that you have a really nice nose, or you may have had previous partners comment about your nose in the past, okay? They get turned on when you're mad. Now, this makes me feel like this person is very alpha, fiery energy. Okay, because it's like they've got the kind of energy where when they have to fight, they have to 𝒓𝒄𝒈. We've also got their guilty pleasure is chicken. So you may be really good at cooking chicken, or you may meet this person or have already met this person and they just love chicken. If they're going to have like a night in with a film, or if they're going to go and eat out, they're going to choose the chicken. Okay, it's like their guilty pleasure, it's their comfort food. I've also got down here that they drive a black car. Now, they may already drive a black car, or they may get a black car during your relationship before you get married. Okay, I want to say they've got this black car before you actually get married. They're big on fitness, and I can just see these broad shoulders, whether they're masculine or feminine. Okay, they've still got those broader shoulders. They're quite big boned. Okay, as I said, it's that alpha energy. It doesn't matter whether they're male or female, they've got that alpha energy. Okay, they're strong. I've got down here as well, true alpha. Okay, so they're just alpha all round. You may prefer alpha people. You may gravitate towards the alphas. I did sense with your energy that you are very feminine yourself, okay, and I do think that your future spouse is going to be a divine counterpart to you, because you are very feminine, so you fall into that more submissive role more easily. And I don't want to say that to offend anybody, because submissive doesn't have to be weakness at all. If anything, submissiveness is strength. But you do have that ability to be vulnerable, and you, even when you are left to your own devices, it's you against the world and you can battle any battle. But naturally I do feel like you prefer that more feminine role in life, and it doesn't matter whether you're male or female watching this, you prefer that more feminine role. You prefer the role where the man or the woman has got everything in check, and you get to focus on the more, like, the beauty in life. Okay, I do really feel like when you are in a relationship with somebody who has got things under control, you tend to fall into a more creative part of yourself, and you really enjoy that. Okay, you're very creative by nature, but that creativity gets stumped when you're put in like those survival situations, okay, where your future spouse is going to be more of a survival person. Yes, they're going to have creativity and things like that, but they fall into that survival role a lot easier than you do. And we've got here, they are predominantly fire and air. Okay, so their chart is predominantly fire and air. Okay, so as mentioned, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you are predominantly water and earth. Okay, so that is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so that is your letter. Now, I want to delve a little deeper into your future spouse's energy and appearance. Okay, so we've got the Chiron card here. Okay, so Chiron is the wounded healer. So I do feel like your future spouse has been through a few things, has had to jump many hurdles. As I said, they're very strong in their alpha energy, which makes me think that they have been through something in their life where they've been pushed to survive. Okay, this doesn't have to be super drastic. Okay, it could literally just be the fact that maybe they didn't have very attentive parents and they had to bring themselves up, look after themselves. Maybe they've grown up in school and they had to be very protective of themselves as well. You know, maybe they've had some difficulties with conflicts and things like that in work, school, you know, things like that. Either way, this person is holding some kind of wound, but what this wound has done, especially when they meet you, is it's brought them it's brought them wisdom. Okay, they've got this wisdom that they bring to the relationship. I want to say, to the wrong people, this wound could come out as quite what's the word I want to use here? Because it's not harmful, it's never going to be harmful to anybody else. But I want to say that this wound can come out as being very cold to some people. So they may go cold on people. They may be one of those people that doesn't have many associates. They've just got their close friends. And if you don't know this person personally, they could be very cold, very abrupt, okay, because they've always got these defense barriers up, okay. But when you are their lover, when you are their friend, when you're their family member, you see a whole different side to this person. You see the softer side to this person, the caring side to this person. I feel like this person has a lot to give, and that's why they don't give it out too freely. They may have been taken advantage of in the past as well, and maybe that's what this wound is. So it could be being taken advantage of in a previous relationship, okay? But it just means that I want to say they know themselves, okay? They've got that energy where it's like, I know myself. I know my worth. I know what a deceptive person looks like. I actually do feel like they're one of those people that will say to you, like, you know that friend you've got, they're sneaky, they're lying to you. Or you know that person that you work with, don't trust them. And you'll be very in your feminine energy where you're like, you know, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, if they do something, I'll cut them off. But until then, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And what you're going to find is your future spouse is going to be so good at judging characters that whatever they say is going to come true. Okay, and you might think, whoa, were you psychic? It's not that. It's like their spidey senses. It's like they've got this really strong intuition. They're great with body language and things like that. Okay, they just know these things, but it's that survival instinct. They have to seek. They have to be aware of dangers. Okay. I actually want to say, and this is getting quite deep, that they have been through something physical in the past. Okay, I don't know whether they had a very strict father, and again, I don't think it's anything drastic, but maybe they did get, you know, in their childhood and things like that, or maybe they had a relationship with their father where it was like alpha against alpha. Like their dad wasn't willing to give up like head lion, like the position of head lion. Okay, so your future spouse had to kind of fight their father for that like alpha position. Okay, now I do actually feel like your future spouse is going to teach you some I want to say a bit more assertiveness. And again, I don't want to offend you here, because I do feel like you stand very strong on your own without another person in your life. And you have this like deep wisdom. It's like they have intuition in the way that they can spot like bad body language, even a blink that's not supposed to be there. They go, that's not right, something's not right about that person. Whereas your intuition comes more from like the soul and the heart space, okay? So you do share this intuition, you just both do it in very different ways. But I want to say your future spouse is going to come in and kind of say, look, stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. Stop giving so much to maybe friendships where you're not getting the same amount back. Stop doing that overtime when you're not getting paid for it. You know, things like that. They're going to come in, they're kind of going to be like, look, you know, you're worth more than that, okay? And you guys do have a past life connection, okay, because we have the South Node here. So there's going to be something about you both where you're just naturally very drawn to each other. When you start talking, it's going to be like, I feel like I've known you for a lifetime. I also want to say that there's a lot of karmic balancing here as well. Okay, so I'm not too sure what the karma was in the past life, but I want to say that potentially it's your future spouse that needs to put things right in this lifetime. Okay, so I do feel like your future spouse is going to be very, I want to say they're going to be like overly generous with you when it comes to their money, their time, their assistance. And I do think you are going to sometimes struggle to accept so much from this person. And I think at times as well, you're going to struggle to believe that this connection is real, because it fits so well in line with what you wanted for a future spouse, a future partner. And yes, you are going to have your difficulties because your person does have that Chiron energy. They do have that wound, and they may be very defensive at the start and very mistrusting of you. Okay, I want to say that's going to be the hurdle that you both need to overcome. The fact that this person, your future spouse, does struggle to trust. Okay, so this could be shown in ways where they are very cold. Maybe they take a while to message back. Maybe you go on dates with them and they're just like straight poker face, and you're like, do you even like me? You're going to show me some emotion? But genuinely, it's because this person needs to be 100% sure that you are their person before they can let down those barriers and open those floodgates. Now, I've also got the Leo and the Sagittarius card here, okay, which I did say on the letter that they are fire energy. Okay, so I want to say with the Leo, I want to say they're actually very larger than life. Okay, they may not even try to dress themselves up larger than life, but they naturally are very larger than life. I do want to say they're fairly tall, and if they're not tall, they're going to be very broad. Okay, but they do, again, it's that Leo energy, it's that lion energy. I did mention the lion in the letter here. It's like they do see themselves as king of the jungle or queen of the jungle. Okay, they know their worth, they know themselves. And also Sagittarius. Okay, this can tell me a couple of things. Again, you know, this person does like to roam free. And again, this may be why you have a few hiccups at the start, because they're like, I'm not giving up my freedom for just anybody. And it just takes them a little longer to give their all to you. But I do think that you are also somebody, because when you get in relationships, you give them all of this. I want to say you're also going to be very cool with that slower pace when you first meet, because you know that once you've given someone this, you can be loyal to a fault at times. At times, I don't know, I'm not finishing words or letters or they're words today. I don't know, I'm not finishing words. Maybe they don't finish words. So maybe they speak with a little bit of a like slang. I want to say they speak with a little bit of a slang. It could also be that their first language is a different language, okay, with the Sagittarius here, because that talks about overseas. Maybe they use different letters for different letters, if you know what I mean. Like, I grew up in Wales, and for instance, I'd say the word crisps. They'd say crips, okay? So they'd miss out letters, or they'd pronounce them differently. R was r. That was R, okay? So I don't know whether they have like a slight accent, or they use a bit of slang or something like that, okay? But also Sagittarius, it's very determined energy. Nothing will stop, nobody can halt this person's ambitions. And I definitely feel like when it comes to your marriage, because I did mention kids, and Leo does rule the 5th house of kids, and I do have Leo out here. I want to say this person is going to work their damn butt off to provide for you and your family. I really do feel like you guys are always going to be super comfortable, and I can see your person, again, I did say they're going to be very generous, but I can see them treating you. I mean, I even want to say things like Gucci tracksuit. I don't have a Gucci tracksuit. I don't have that on my wish list. I couldn't afford one anyway. But I want to say, like, they're going to purchase you things like that. Very, very bougie kind of things, okay? And Leo energy is very bougie. Fire energy in general is very bougie. But I want to say, like, you're going to get gifted things like that. Like Balenciaga, Fendi, Gucci. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, this is too much. But you're going to love it deep down. But I think you're going to have that kind of element of you that's like, feels a little bit like, oh, I can't accept this. And that's what I said about this person putting right past life karma. They're going to be giving you more than you feel like you're giving them. But I do want to say that's an illusion, because what you're giving them is care, love, a safe place. And when we're talking about this person's childhood, they may not have had a safe place, you see? So you giving them that safe space and that nurturing means more than the world to them. It's the best gift that they could ever receive from somebody. It's like they're going to have the same trust in you as they do in their mother. I do want to say there will be something with the relationship with the mother here. Whether the relationship with the mother is spot on and maybe the relationship with the father was really like, or whether they don't have a great relationship with their mother and you step in and you provide them that love and nurturing that their mother should have provided them. I also want to say if they do have a good relationship with the mother, they are going to hold you in high regard. So I think maybe like at times they're even going to take your word over their mother's word, which is fine. There's no heat between you and the mother here, but I want to say like you're going to really, it's going to make you feel really good that your opinions are valued with this person. I don't know whether you've had people in the past who kind of stumped your voice, stumped your opinions. Oh, shush, shush. I won't even say that you may have met some, and if you are a female, okay, female or a male who likes males, I want to say that you've been with a few misogynists in the past, and they've kind of just disregarded you. I can definitely relate to that because I had a past relationship where my past person had a group of friends who were very misogynistic. And it's like, I could say the same joke as my partner, but because it came out of my mouth, no one would laugh and I'd get ignored. But if the same joke came out of my partner's mouth, everyone would be on the floor rolling. And I'm like, what the am I even here? Is it because I have boobs? What is your problem? Okay. But they're going to value your word and they're going to value you. You're going to be their prize, but not in like the cold trophy wife way. I honestly think that this person might struggle to express their emotions, okay, at that like deep romantic level. Okay, doesn't mean they're not going to express how much they love you or feel about you. I think they're definitely going to very easily express how much they want to 𝒓𝒑𝒂𝒈𝒓 you at all times, multiple times a day. High libido here for sure. But I think maybe at times you're going to struggle when it comes to, they're going to struggle, sorry, when it comes to expressing the deeper emotions. Like they're not going to be able to say the words like, I would part the seas to reach you, my love, you know, things like that. But in all honesty, like, do we want to hear that? I don't know. Like, maybe it's just me, but that kind of stuff is like airy-fairy. But instead of that, what they're going to do is you're going to have like a little bit of Gucci, Fendi, jewelry, do you know what I mean? Like, and you're going to know that you're valued because they ain't spending that on anyone else, okay? Just want to check the camera because I do think we are out of focus. Yeah, like you say the word, like the type of person where if you hint, okay, like, oh, I really like that top, you know that either that top's going to be sitting on your bed with a ribbon on it in like 3 days time, or if not, it's going to be something better. Okay, I do think this person likes to take control as well, so they're going to be like, I know what looks good on you. So you said you like that top, but I thought the crop would look better on you than the t-shirt because you've got like a banging stomach, so I bought you the crop version instead. Okay, so they are going to have the element of control here. Right, I'm going to pause the video here because the camera's going to go off on me. Okay, so let's get a little bit more insight into their appearance, okay? Maybe this will give you an indication if you're already with this person or if you already know this person, or some pointers for you to look out for when it comes to this person. Yeah, this is kind of what I was expecting from this person when I tapped into their energy. Baby face. Now, I did mention that they have like a fetish for noses, and I want to say it's probably because they have a very nice nose as well. I do sense a very nice small nose. I do sense like a wider set nose, but like it like being more pushed in. But it's so cute. It's so beautiful, and I do think they do seek that kind of like cuteness when it comes to the nose in other people. I know that's really random, guys, but I could not write down about the nose fetish because it came through so strongly here. But I want to say that baby face that they have is very much around the nose. I do want to say they might have more of a rounder face as well with like the smoother features. Like I don't think they've got like a jawline like this, like mine's like a V. Okay, I think they're a little bit more rounded, okay? But like a nice broad strong face, but it's got that element of cuteness. I want to say like their lips and their nose are very cute, but their eyes are so piercing. It's literally like one look from this person, you don't F. I want to say with your kids as well, and you guys 100% are going to have kids with this person. I don't care if you're watching this going, I don't want kids. You're going to have kids with them, okay? I said the same thing. I was like, oh, no, I get. And then guess what? I got a kid. It happens sometimes. And sometimes kids are so fated as well. My son was fated. He came onto this earth against all odds. And when he arrived, I was like, oh, I get it. I get why he's here. He's very special. Okay, so even if you don't want kids, I mean, this person's going to want kids, even if you don't want kids. By the way, I'm saying there's no way that this person that you're dealing with is not going to want kids. Okay, this person's got a lot of pride in themselves. And they're like, I need to keep the legacy going. Like, I need more kids. I do think this person's got a lot of aspirations when it comes to their business as well. So I do think they're going to be looking for like a dynasty to take over the business and things like that when they... We shouldn't really be talking about their death really just yet, but you know, that's what they want. Okay. Yes, kids. When it comes to your kids, this person, okay, you're gonna have to be the good cop. You're gonna have to be the one who's like, just be a little bit more soft on Sean, please. He didn't mean it, you know, it was his sister that actually pushed him to do that, where your person is going to be like, one look and the kids are going to absolutely crap their pants. Okay, it may be a case, and I don't normally like this, okay, but it may be a case of at severe times with the kids, you have to say, right, I'm telling dad or I'm telling mom. Okay, whoever this person is for you, whether they're dad or mom, I'm telling dad, I'm telling mom, and they'll just stop. Okay, because your person only needs to look at them and they know that SHIT is going down. Okay, I want to say that they even know that the iPad's going, the Xbox is going. What else do kids have? Their favourite toys are going, puddings are going, everything is going, okay? They've got no patience for SHIT. And I think at times you'll think, well, why the hell did you want kids then if you've not got the patience for them? But at the same time, they're definitely going to pull their weight because they're going to be a very strong player in their kids' life, but also a very strong player in the household. I think when they're around and the kids are around, you're going to be able to just go, oh, okay? You're going to be able to just relax, okay? And I'm not saying you won't be able to relax when it's just you and the kids, but we all know when it's just you and kids, you don't get a moment. But your person, practical, okay? And your kids ain't gonna F with your person. They might play on your emotions a bit more though than your person, because you are emotional, okay? But I think all you have to say to your kids is, look, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. And then they're gonna feel really bad and they're gonna be very apologetic to you. Okay. Number 13, with tattoos. Tattoos. So your future spouse may have some tattoos. I definitely sense, you know, they've got that kind of appearance that would go for tattoos. Okay, they like to be represented by something. I even want to say there could be a lion tattoo somewhere on this person. Yeah, definitely a lion tattoo. I'm feeling, I can see it. I can see it on their body, and it's quite an extravagant one. Yeah, this person definitely sees himself as the leader of the pack. And they most probably are the leader of their own pack. They will be, okay, the leader of your pack. But you're going to love that about them. You're going to feel safe with them. You know that no one's going to mess when your future spouse is around. And beautiful. You've got beautiful. So they're going to be a very aesthetically pleasing person. I want to say, again, it's those features. It's like, I did mention Trey Songz on here, didn't I? I want to say it's that kind of beauty. Soft features with those intense eyes. It's like they've got beautiful and sexy all wrapped in one. I also think you're gonna, I want to actually say, and we're going back to the kids again, I want to say a lot of people will see you both together and probably outrightedly say, your kids are going to be so attractive. You know that when you meet this person, your kids are going to be so beautiful, okay? Because you've got the beauty, they've got the beauty. Everything is in proportion. I even want to say they're exceptionally good looking, okay? Not fit, but exceptionally good looking, okay? Not hot, but exceptionally good looking. Okay. Now let's have a look and see why they want to marry you. Now, for this one, I want to say they really like your community spirit. Okay, they like how involved you are in the community. They do like how you are always there to help others. You may be very attentive to your friends, very attentive to your family. You may be involved in local causes, okay? Or worldwide causes, okay? Very charitable, very connected as well. They love that about you, but at the same time, they are going to come in and tell you when you're giving too much of yourself as well, because they care about your energy levels. I want to say, and this won't be for everybody, but I want to say for a lot of you, you do have some kind of like Facebook group where you are, it's like a community, a Facebook group community that you run, where you help people in some way. Church community, or a charitable thing that you do, which you do maybe once a month or once every 6 months, okay? Even if it's just once every Christmas, there's something you do for the community here. Now, what they also like about you is that you are well known. They consider themselves well known, big, leader of the pack, and you are the perfect counterpart to that, because you look fire. You look like you can hold your own. You are very well liked, very well loved. It's like you shine, okay? And they are so much about, because they do see themselves as that leader of the pack, they do see themselves as having to have a counterpart that can live up to them. And I do want to say your person has very, I don't even want to say an ego, because I think it's healthier than that. They've gone past the point of having like an unhealthy ego. But as I said, they just know themselves. They're not willing to settle. And if somebody doesn't come along who matches their value, they're not going to settle. Then I honestly want to say they're not even going to F with anyone who doesn't match that value. Not even like low-key F with anyone who doesn't match that value. But you come along and you've got the popularity. You've got the big loving heart. But you also look a certain way. I actually sense with you that you might have quite big hair or long hair, okay? Whether that be natural, or whether you wear wigs, or whether you have extensions. I want to say like your hair is one of the most prominent parts on you, okay? I do actually sense some people here having quite big curly hair, which is beautiful. The things I do for that hair. Oh. But I want to say that as well for some of you, okay? But I want to say your appearance is very larger than life. I'm moving like this. I'm not saying you move like this, okay? You've probably got a little bit more like better movement than me. I don't know what words to use. But I want to say that you may be very expressive, larger than life. I want to also say that you may have a prominent voice, okay? Whether that be everyone knows your voice, or whether it be you have a particularly very nice voice or a very prominent voice, okay? Something around the voice here. But also you're very active. You're very active. As I said, you're active in the community, but I want to say you're somebody who's always doing something. You've always got your own SHIT on, okay? You've always got your hobbies. You've always got, I want to say even if it's like a downtime day, you'll be up doing the cleaning, okay? It's that kind of energy. Now, another thing that they, another reason that they really want to marry you is because your SEX drive is high as well, okay? And I really want to say with you guys, you do like to put on a bit of a show in the bedroom, okay? You do like to do that. I want to say you really like to dress up, okay? You like nice underwear, okay? I even want to say role play here, okay? There's a lot of role play. With you guys, again, you like to put on that show, whether it be like show them a few tricks. I sense you can dance as well, in general, okay, not just in the bedroom, you can dance. You've got good movement. Yeah, I can, ooh, I'm seeing some things now that I really shouldn't be seeing, okay, but you've got some skills. Oh my God. Okay, I've seen you at your most intimate now, guys. Okay, let's get back to it. But no one does it in the bedroom like you do. It's like you're their biggest fantasy come true. And they're gonna act all like, yeah, that was all right. But inside, they're just like, Okay. Oh God, you've made my eyes water. Whew. Damn. Teach me a few tricks. Okay. Now, you are somebody, you're very deep in your emotions, okay? I want to say you left something in the past that was very difficult for you to leave. I even want to say you may have been in a long-term relationship in the past that was difficult for you to leave. And leaving that has really tested your strength, but it's also made other people realize how strong you are. And I do think your future spouse admires the fact that you are so heart-based, you're so emotional-based, but you have that strength to leave a situation, even if it's going to break your own heart. Because it shows how much value you have for yourself. And it's that value that your person, your future spouse, values in you. They really do see you both as a power couple. And you both are a power couple. And they really want you to know, okay, they really want you to know that I really want to say, in your future, there may be a little bit of like, oh, is it still just me? I don't think anything crazy is going to happen, nothing like that, but I think you are going to question, is it still me? Maybe have a few little insecurities, but not major. Honestly, please don't get scared here. But we all question, don't we? Do they still fancy me like they used to? Is it just me? Are they trapped? Is that why they're here? And your future spouse wants you to know it was always you. And from the moment they met you, it was only ever going to be you, because they have that kind of player air on the outside, but they are not a player on the inside. They're an investor. They're fixed. Leo's a fixed sign here, okay, but they're fixed. And very Leo-esque as well, because Leo's on the outside are flashy. It's like, it's all about me. Somewhat can come across as superficial at times, and superficiality isn't grounded, is it? But little do people know, Leo represents that heart space. And when they invest that heart, I mean, they're rooted in something. They're a fixed sign. When they give you their heart, they're not going to give that to anyone else. They have got loyalty. They are the loyal lion, and that's what this person is. They see a future with you, and that vision will never get skewed. You are the only one for them. And again, I want to say they're not always going to express it, but what they really want to express to you is, oh my gosh, like, I could never find anyone who would match you. There is no one with more value than you. And they might not always express that, or they might not even express it in that way, but in their heart, they want to be like, why the flipping hell would I ever leave pond number one? They are the top. They are the best. They're the creme de la creme of future spouses. And they know as well that sticking with you, you're going to gain more from that. Keeping themselves invested in the situation it's only going to grow. You're only going to grow interests together. You're only going to get a bigger family, bigger house, better jobs, more money, more holidays. This person's very business. They've got a business mindset. Business orientated, that's the word I wanted to use. And yeah, you know, they do see this connection as like a business investment, but it's only because that's the way that they look at life. They want to grow with you, they want a family with you, and there's not one person other than you on this earth that they'd want to do that with, or feel comfortable or safe to do that with. Okay. Now, why are you different to those other biatches? I hope I can use that word on YouTube. I want to say, you have this depth and wisdom that they've never seen in anyone else. It's like you are the maiden, the mother, and the crone all in one. Okay, they're the female archetypes. You could be male or female watching this, by the way. I'm just talking about energy. Did you hear that? It's a burp. You've got that fun aspect to you with the maiden, that free aspect. You've got the nurturing of the mother, and you've got the wisdom of the crone. You are everything all wrapped into one. I want to say you're like goddess energy. Now, I don't know whether your future spouse is going to call you their goddess, but it's like you've got goddess energy. And if you haven't looked into goddesses, I really do ask you, do a little bit of research and see which goddess resonates with you. Or you may actually do work with goddesses, manifest with goddesses, have a shrine to a goddess. But I think you're going to be very closely associated to one of the goddesses. And I have been actually planning on doing a pick a card reading. Which goddess are you connected to? It's not out yet though. Neptune, I want to say Neptune, watery kind of goddesses. Do you know, that's what I'm hearing. I haven't heard a name of a goddess, but watery Neptune, goddess connected to Neptune. Now, I want to say as well, they really do like you because you've got, being real with you, you've got perfect, I've not got, just checking in my boobs or not. You've got perfect boobs and a perfect butt, okay? And I think this person may actually say to you, normally, like, people only have a good or a good, but you've got both, okay? They do like that about you, okay? Another thing, when you came into their life, another thing they love about you, why they're so devoted to you, is because when you came into their life, you awoken them to a whole new perspective on the world. You actually made them believe that people like you exist, because they genuinely didn't think that anyone like you would exist on this planet. And I do think that maybe they're a little bit older than you, either the same age or a little bit older than you. But when you meet them, they've been on this planet a decent amount of time. And they've not met one person like you in that whole amount of time on this planet. That's another reason why you beat those other bitches hands down, because you're a goddess. You're the full package. But you've also guided your future spouse. You've guided a leader. You're like the first lady. Your future spouse don't listen to anyone. They only listen to anyone else. Their friends can be like, why don't you do this? Their mother even could be like, I think you're doing that wrong. And they're like, but with you, you come in and they're like, what's that then, babe? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll consider that. You know, they listen to you. You're like the first lady. You've got power over them. And deep down, they love that because no one else has power over them. And I honestly think it really tickles them down below as well, because it's like, I'm getting these visions again. Stop it. There's something about your energy and your power that weakens them. They'll be weak with you when it comes to bedroom antics. They get to completely take off their armor with you. They get to be submissive with you in the bedroom, okay? I do sense this is the bedroom we're talking about here. And they love that. That's actually really healing for them to be able to do that, to just let go. No other person has ever allowed them to just completely let go before, but they can go into the bedroom with you, and I think this is why they do want to do it with you so often, because it's actually healing. But when they go into the bedroom with you, they just get to let you take control. Not saying that they always do that, they're not lazy in bed, but I mean, they get those moments and they get to just be weak. It's like recuperation, rest for them, energizes them, recharges them. And also, again, they love your intuition. Okay, I did say at the beginning, they'll say to you, something's not quite right with that person, I won't put your energy into that investment, but you do the same to them. You reciprocate that. You know, they trust your opinion, they trust your intuition. I want to say you are very actually psychic. I want to say they're not particularly psychic. They're just very intuitive. You've got like that psychic ability. I want to say you may have had an ancestor or ancestors who were known to be psychic, and it's been passed down in the family. You got magic. Oh, I did say that in the letter, didn't I? There's magic around you. There's some real magic in you. That's what they said in that letter. There's some real magic in you. You're flipping, yeah. I don't know whether you manifest, whether you actually do perform magic, whether you do tarot or anything like that as a career or something on the side. Maybe people come to you for healing, even if it's not a service and it's just friends. They love that about you. Again, that's why you're so powerful. Because you own the energetic realms when you're around. With them, one look from them, one side eye from them, people know not to mess. But with you, one side eye from you, you know that that person's going to get some karma and some shit is going to go down in their life because you got the power. Nice. I like that. And also, when you met this person, you were openly available. You were like, hey, look, I'm looking for this, 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 and this. Can you do it for me? Okay? And they liked that. They liked your assertiveness when you met. You weren't like, oh, here's my love. Oh, no, now I'm taking it back. You were just like, hey, look, I got love for you. I find you highly attractive. I want to marry you one day. I'm not saying you said that on the first date or anything, but I want to marry you one day. Take it or leave it. And they really like that about you. And again, you mirror each other. You mirror each other, but in different ways, so you make a whole. Let's pull some more things from the bowl for you before we close out the reading. Why you're different to those other biatches. Lights, camera, action, guys. Lights, camera, action. And I did say, you know, you're larger than life. Okay, you two look good together. People see you both and say, wow, your babies are going to be beautiful. Okay. You're the trophy wife, but without that superficiality. And as well, I did say you got them like big hair, I want to say. It could be a different big feature, but big hair, great boobs, amazing butt, okay? Like, you shine brighter than most people do. Whether that be physically or energetically, okay? You got something all the other people don't got. And I want to say as well, you know, this person, your future spouse, they're so sure in themselves that they never had to knock you down when they got with you. All they wanted to do was raise you up even higher, but people in the past have knocked you down. Even though you've had like multiple suitors because you shine bright, people haven't been able to handle your light. No one's been strong enough to handle that light yet. And your future spouse is one of the only people, okay, not the only person, but one of the only people in this world who can handle your power and handle your light. Baby face, again, you've got a baby face. It's that cute nose. You've got that cute nose that they like, okay? You got that baby face that they like. They did say that they like, did they say you look cute in the letter? You look cute, they like the way that you look. I want to say as well, you still look really hot even when you're mad. Giving, okay guys, I did say you're very generous. Okay, you probably do something within the community, but if not, you do it with friends, okay? You're always there for friends, you're always there for family. You're the kind of person to be like, look, like, if you don't have dinner on your table at home, come, I'll cook you some dinner, okay? Come sit with my family, okay? We're all brothers, we're all sisters here. And Hadouken. Okay, Hadouken. Hadouken is a move in Street Fighter, okay? It's a ball of energy, okay? That they use as a weapon in Street Fighter. And I want to say it's your power, it's that magic that you've got, okay? You've got very strong energy. And I want to say you can use that energy for good and bad. I don't think you go around using it for bad. I really don't feel that in your energy field at all. But for instance, when it came to your future spouse, when you met your future spouse, you had your eye on them, and there's no way that they could ignore that energetic hit that you were sending them, because your energy is so, so strong. I also want to say, if anyone crosses you, oh, hello, another tarot readers videos came up, but okay, that's cool. I want to say, if anyone crosses you, you've got that power to take them down just with energy, okay? You've got that ability to manipulate energy, okay? You've got that power. Right. Pile number 1. You chose the red love letter. And the colour red represents courage, activity, drive. And that's something that you both share. Okay, but there's passion, sex, anger, love and joy in there as well. And I do want to say, your person has that alpha energy, and they do get triggered when they get angry, and they get really HORNY. Okay, I do think your marriage is going to be full of a lot of passion. You're going to be the kind of people that even when you're 80, you're still at it, you're still doing it. Okay, you're always going to find each other highly attractive. And I do think it's because, you know, that the respect's there between you both. Okay, you're a perfect match, you're a power couple, but also you're both highly attractive people. And as you age, I do sense you both actually maturing, and actually I want to say you're both going to look about 20 years younger than you are. When you're like 80, you're going to look 60. Okay, I really think you both have really good genes. Okay, your kids are going to be so beautiful. Okay then, I'm going to leave that there. I hope this resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it, pile number 1. This was quite a long reading, so I do hope you've made it until the end. If you like content like this, please subscribe, because I love making content like this for you. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to tell you whenever I post a new video. If you did resonate, I please ask you to drop me a little like, and also comment down below. If you do have anything to say about this, if I picked up on your energy, if you claim the reading, chat to me down below in the comments. I love it. That is putting me off, okay guys? So I am going to love you. I'm going to leave you. This energy is amazing. I wish you all the best for your future, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the orange letter, and I want to kickstart the reading by reading this letter so we can get an overall energy of your future spouse here. So let's get started. So pile number 2. Baby, you know I don't mind making a scene, so let's get real. How do you think I'd find a full package like you anywhere else? All-inclusive in the Maldives? Yes. Self-catering in the Canary Islands? Yeah, it's alright for a week, but I need the extra care, good views, and most of all, that good food. I wish you could see yourself from my eyes, and every time you tried to push me away, you only made me want more. I'll never stop being angry with the people who told you that you weren't good enough, and I'll do everything in my power to show you that you are. I talk too much, I give you a headache at times, but you don't realise that every word that leaves my mouth is the God's honest truth. I'll raise you up in front of a full room, regardless of how uncomfortable it makes you feel. I proved this when I proposed, because you deserve to be seen. I can only describe your body technically as streamlined. You look perfect from every angle. I want to take pictures of you at the most inconvenient times, because I want you and the world to see what I see. I don't care if you're brushing your teeth. I like to catch you at your most candid. It's how I can show you that your beauty requires no effort, but I know not to post the pictures of you on the toilet. They're just for comedic value. Look, I channeled this. Okay. I've never been so turned on by humour before, but when you make me laugh, it makes me dirty. You show me so much strength and power, and at the beginning, when you acted unenthusiastic, I knew you'd become my wife. The parts of you that you find challenging are the areas I find most interesting. Your distance at times makes me so excited, and when I finally get all of you, I feel like I've won the lottery. Everything about you inspires me, and I will spend the rest of our lives inspiring you to see your true greatness. I love you. Okay, pile number 2. That was the channeled letter from your future spouse. Now, whilst I was channeling the letter, I did also get some extra information, which I will read to you right now. Okay, so with your future spouse, I got air energy. Heavy Gemini, but also got some Libra and Aquarius in there as well. We got that your future spouse is very active and a little bit hyper, okay? Someone who's always on the go. They are charming, super handsome, and they've got like actor, actress vibes, okay? So there's somebody who can slip into different characters. Also, I do sense with your future spouse that they are somebody who, when all eyes are on them, they're very energized, okay? So they're going to be very extroverted by nature. Your future spouse is very funny. They are financially comfortable and they might work on the road, okay? So working on the road isn't for everybody. They may work at a distance or they may actually work on the road and be away for a couple of nights a week. Again, as I said, that's not for everybody, but financially comfortable is their energy, okay? They're very financially comfortable. They're comfortable with their finances, they're comfortable with where they live, and they're very comfortable with their expression, okay? Your future spouse likes to play sports. Now with this, I get potentially being part of like a football team, but I also get like running and things like that. So they may like hiking, they may like running, they may like mountain biking, okay? They always want to eat Italian food. It's always going to be Italian. Where do you want to eat tonight? What do you want to eat tonight? Italian. Okay, so I don't know whether they actually do have like any Italian in them, whether they've got any Italian ancestry. Okay, that may be the case, but if not, they just really dig Italian food. They like those that like rich tomatoes, that kind of like Mediterranean kind of diet. The richness but with the lightness, okay? And it actually makes sense because this person does seem to be very light and airy, okay, with that Gemini, Libra and Aquarius energy in their chart, but they have this like richness, like they are a lot, okay? I'm going to be real with you, your future spouse is a lot, but in a good way, and you're going to love that. Your future spouse is also very creative, okay, so they may do something creative for a career, so it could be on the road being like a sports person, a musician, or they could just be very creative behind closed doors, okay, they might have like a little hobby here and there. I even want to say creative in the way where they do like to make money from other things other than their main career, okay? They're very creative, but they're very creative with their expression as well. And I do want to say they're going to utilize that creativity within this relationship as well. Okay, so I did say in the letter, they like to take pictures of you. Okay, they're very much into angles and things like that. Okay, they may have done media at college or university. Okay, they may have a camera, even if they don't use it. So you may notice that they have like a very decent camera and they're like, oh, you photographer? And they're like, no, I just like to have a camera and take snaps and things like that. They see you as a piece of art, okay? And this tells me that you are very good looking, okay? You're very good looking. It's like you are their muse, okay? You're their muse, you're their centerpiece. Okay, but I want to say that they may actually describe you sometimes. Is it the third person? Where you're not directly describing someone to them, but you're describing them to them, but from the third person. Does that make any sense? I don't know if that makes any sense, but what I want to say is sometimes they may make you feel like a prop, okay? Like a, you know, an art nude model. And you may be like, I'm your partner, I'm your person, but they just see you, like, this sounds really bad, I hope you're not getting the wrong end of the stick here, but they just see you like a piece of art, like a, like something that needs to be worshipped, okay? They're not always going to see you as an equal. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. They're not always going to see you as an equal. They're going to see you as above them a lot, okay? And that makes me think that your future spouse may have a bit of a submissive kind of kink as well, where they like to be like smothered by you, if you know what I mean. Like they like to be pushed down there by you and forced to do things by you, because like, I even want to say like foot fetish with this person as well. They may like to like suck your toes and things like that. But yeah, they see you as this unrealistic, fantastical muse. And they're going to want to make the most of that energy. Okay, moving on. And they love filthy talk. Okay, so they love that dirty talk. Okay, So let's get a little bit deeper into their energy and their appearance here. So we've got Scorpio and Pisces. Now this is a lot of water energy here, so I don't know whether they literally are like air and water. That's what they that's their predominant energies in their birth chart, or whether they do have like a Gemini sun and maybe a Scorpio rising or a Scorpio moon. Okay, I do actually sense that Scorpio, because after reading this, whilst I was writing this, I didn't actually think that this person was that like kinky, but just reading it to you guys then, I was thinking this pile was a lot more kinky than I thought it was going to be. So I do actually feel like they could have some Scorpio in their chart, okay? They could have like a moon or a rising, okay? Even like a Scorpio Mars here or a Scorpio Venus, okay? So we're looking at rising, moon, Venus, and Mars here, which is like they've got like this airiness to them, but then they've got like this really like dirtiness to them. Like, and like not dirty as in dirty, but do you know what I mean? Like a little bit like, whoa, I didn't expect you to be so naughty, if you know what I mean. But I do want to say that they could have like some Scorpio elements to their appearance. I really want to say that I sense this person being more slender, okay, being more slender, but I do sense them having like a very maybe prominent bone structure. Okay, again, intense eyes, and I don't want people to feel like I say intense eyes for every single pile, but I really do get it with this person. Okay, they've got like, I want to say like a cheeky kind of look in their eyes. Like they always very shiny eyes, cheeky eyes. But then when you get them in the bedroom, like they get really kind of like serious, and like they can stare right through you. And I do think it could be this Scorpio that hides within their chart, okay? It could really actually be the rising here, because that's why their physical appearance is showing as Scorpio. But a lot of water energy, which makes me think that on the surface, this person is very like happy, go lucky, I'm chatty, everyone loves me. But deep down, they're really, really sensitive. But I do think they're like super, super emotionally devoted to you. It's like they only have eyes for you. And I actually want to say with all this water energy, this Scorpio and Pisces energy here, I want to say they're actually obsessed with you. Okay. I don't want this to sound scary in any way. I want this to kind of sound romantic, but I want to say they're not the kind of person to ever let you go. I want to say if you put the phone down on them, they're going to call you straight back. I want to say if you decided, just in something else as well, I want to say if you decided that you wanted to take a break from them, they would send you flowers to your house every day. Okay. I also want to say here with the Scorpio, I'm getting the sense that they are very well endowed. Okay, they've got a little big going on down there as well, which is okay, which is another reason why they are so dirty. I want to say when they look at themselves naked and they see their their bits, I want to say that they get turned on just by that. Okay, now this is making me think this person does have a very high sex drive here. Okay, I wasn't expecting it, but this person does, and they've got the energy and the stamina to go again and again and again and again and again. Okay. I want to say as well, because of this person's physical appearance, I don't think you're going to expect that down below. So when you do see that down below, you're going to be like, damn, what? Oh, that makes no sense to the proportions of the rest of your body. Okay. So I hope you like a bit of big. But if this is a female, again, they're gonna have, I want to say if they're a female, okay, if you're watching this and you're into females, I want to say they're going to be extremely kind of, I don't want to sound too crude when I say this, teeny weeny down there. Okay, leave that one there. Now, with the Pisces card, I really want to say that you, I want to say if you've not met this person, you can already feel their energy. Okay, I want to say that there's a very strong spiritual connection between you both. I do want to say that this person that you're dealing with, your future spouse, is also very intuitive. Okay, I do think, again, going back into the bedroom, okay, there's something about this energy, okay, with this future spouse, that they are very highly sexual. But I want to say they're going to be very intuitive in the bedroom. Okay, so they're probably going to end up being like the best that you've ever had as well. But again, they've got so much care and compassion for you. when it comes to that side of things. They literally are obsessed with you, to the point where it's kind of like you may feel like they're obsessed with just your physical appearance, but it's all of you. Like, they want to consume you, and it's like when they've had a bit of you, they just can't get enough. It's like they want more, 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 and more. Okay, again, this makes it that this person may actually have a little bit of Sagittarius in their chart as well, because it's like, I want more, I want more, I want more. Okay, now I want to say again, Pisces rules the feet. Okay, I did say potentially they have like a bit of a foot fetish as well. Okay, so a bit of a foot fetish here. Right then. Now, we've got a lot of mirroring going on between you both, which does make me think that this is actually a twin flame union that is going to work out. And this would make sense why you both feel each other now. You guys have been feeling each other's energy since birth, I want to say. And I know that sounds a little bit crazy, okay, but that's a twin flame is when you are the same soul, and when you come onto earth, you're split into two. Okay, and I want to say that you guys have been feeling each other since birth. And I do think when you come together, you're going to have elements that they need to activate within themselves, and they're going to have elements that you need to activate within yourself. Part of me even wants to say maybe you've lost your zest for sex. Okay, and this person's going to come in and reignite that. And I really do feel like you've lost your zest for sex because you have had a couple of previous partners who have either used you for that, or they haven't been able to handle your attractiveness, your prowess, and they've had to kind of stump down your fire so that no one else can get you. Okay, I sense from you guys that you are very attractive. Now, I think that your person, your future spouse, is very handsome, but I think you are going to be the ultimate looker within this relationship. I really do get very model-esque vibes from this energy. I even want to say like Eastern European kind of energy with this. Okay, you don't have to be from Eastern Europe, but you could have those kind of features. Okay, you could be a little bit taller, or a little bit broader, or you could be like blonde. I also want to say, if not, I want to say the opposite. I want to say very Amazonian. Okay, so I want to say very Amazonian for you as well. So if you don't have those like Eastern European looks, I want to say you're very Amazonian, like pure Amazonian goddess. Okay, warrior princess I'm getting here as well. Okay, right, now your person is highly romantic, and I do feel like they're going to I want to say that you're actually, I know why I'm saying that because it's in the letter, but it just came to me again separately. You're not going to be fully interested in this person when you first meet them. And I don't think it's because they're not attractive. I don't think it's because you think they're a creep, even though when you get with them, they're going to have like that weird creepiness for you, which I do think is going to, in the end, it's going to boost your confidence, but they are going to be a bit of a creep for you, and you only going to be real with you. You know, this person's kinky as hell. But they are going to literally chase you. You're going to run, they're going to chase. Twin flame stuff again, okay? You're the runner, they're the chaser. But deep down, what they want to do is they want to show you your worth. Sorry, they want to show you your worth. Now, I do think there could be some past life karma here, okay, with the 12th house that's coming up. Or it could be that this person comes in and puts past people's karma right, okay, heals you from past people's crap. This is going to be a highly healing connection here, which does make me think that you really have been through it with previous partners. I want to say you've met a lot of bad boys or bad girls. Definitely sensing that here. And this person's going to come in and they're going to be a little bit different. They're going to be a bit more devoted than the past people. I think this is what's going to scare you. I also hear the word narcissist, okay? So I want to say that potentially you have been involved with a narcissist in the past. And I think your future spouse comes in, and because they're so giving and they're kind of like love bombing you, I think you're going to be like, oh, I need to take this slow. I need to actually work out what this is, because if you're another narcissist, I ain't got time for it, okay? Definitely feel that as well. They're going to bring so much healing to your life. And I do think they're going to heal you by self-sacrificing themselves a lot. And I think maybe this is where you come in. You teach them to not self-sacrifice. I think you're going to stabilize them and help them ground so that they can come out of this more anxious energy that they're in at the moment. I did say here, very active, a bit hyper. They're always bouncing around. They're never grounding. And that's what you're going to bring. You're going to bring them some form of grounding. Okay. Let's have a little look and see whether we can get any physical aspects to this person. Any physical aspects to this person. Maybe you already know this person and this is going to clarify whether this is your person. Maybe you're already with them. You're like, oh yeah, they're going to be my future spouse. It sounds very much like my boyfriend or my girlfriend. Or maybe these are things that you can look out for when you meet this person. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got. Body. Body with 444, okay? The 444 does talk about grounding. I think there's something on my lip, so I'm going to try and get that off. Yeah, there we go. 444 does talk about grounding, and I did say I think you're going to bring the grounding to them. Okay, you're going to help them ground, you're going to help them be a bit more confident within themselves. Now I think on the surface this person is very confident, okay, but they may lack like a little bit of inner confidence, and that's what you're going to bring to them, okay? Because I sense, yeah, there we go, there's a twin flame thing again. So they are very confident on the outside, but they do lack that kind of grounded confidence on the inside. You are the opposite. You have a very strong self-love for yourself at your core, yet because of all like the crap you've taken over the past however many years, the outside is a little less confident. You're a little bit more coy on the outside. You do question yourself at times as well. Okay, so I think when you two come together, you're going to literally teach each other how to be fully confident in yourselves again, okay? But body, okay, so you're going to really like this person's body, but I do think again it's going to be like the drastic difference between their body type and their big down below, okay? It's going to shock you here, okay? But also I do want to say with their body type, when I say that they're more slender, I don't think they're scrawny at all. I think they're very structured, okay? I want to say that they do have muscles, but they're not huge muscles, okay? This person is more elegant, has a more elegant physique, but they definitely still have the strength. They still have like the six-pack, okay? They've got all that stuff. It's just they're a little bit more slender built. But down there ain't. Okay. Okay. Exciting and adventurous. And that is definitely this person. They're extremely exciting. They're always on the go and they're very creative. I want to say that they're the kind of person where if you've got like a day free, they're like, right, let's get in the car, let's go somewhere. Very spontaneous as well. Like, let's go and spend a night on the other side of the country. Okay, and you're like, oh, we haven't planned this. Well, we both got a day off, let's go and do it. Okay, you're going to have a lot of adventures with this person. This person's going to want to always be on the go. And I want to say this person's actually going to push you out of your comfort zone. So they may say things like, let's go canoeing. And you're like, I don't want to go canoeing. And they're like, look, no questions asked, let's go canoeing. I even want to say like they're going to kind of tempt you into doing things that you don't want to do by saying, look, if you come canoeing with me, I'll take you shopping after, I'll buy you a new handbag, okay? Something like that, okay? Or like, even if it's just like, okay, if you come canoeing with me, I'll take you to that really nice restaurant in the evening that you've wanted to go to for a long time. Okay, but they're going to push you out of your comfort zone. They're going to make you feel more adventurous. I even want to say they're going to push you to kind of, I even want to say they're going to push you to sort of dress a bit more risque, I want to say, okay? I've got really something going on with my lip here. They're going to push you to dress a bit more risque. I also think they're going to pay for you to do some kind of burlesque class, pole dancing class, chair dancing class. Okay, that's just came to me as well. And we've got Hadouken. Okay, so Hadouken is a move in Street Fighter. Okay, so they create a big ball of energy and okay, attack another person with it. And I want to say this is what this person does to you. Okay, they attack you with their big ball of energy, and even though you're like, I'm not interested, I'm not looking for anyone at the moment, they seem to penetrate your barriers. Okay, because there's this undeniable bond between you both, and I do think it's that twin flame connection. It's like your souls are so strongly magnetized towards each other. And also we have accomplished here, and I did say that this person is going to be very financially comfortable. Okay, with 8, 8, 8, 8. Again, it's just clarifying what I've already said. This person is accomplished in life. They've done well for themselves. I want to say they've talked themselves to the top, they've charmed themselves to the top, and it's exactly the same with you. Okay, they have charmed themselves into your pants, they've talked themselves into your pants. Okay, and as I said, I do think this person's very funny. So they're very, I can see the magician now. Okay, the magician in tarot, somebody who is very like smoke and mirrors. Okay, and I don't want you to think this person's deceptive to you in any way, but they have this like skill to be able to manipulate any situation in their favor. Okay, and I do think you're going to really admire this about that person. Now, I definitely sense from you that you are extremely intelligent too. Okay, and this is where your minds are going to match, because yes, this person finds you heavily sexually attractive. You most certainly enjoy their bits. Okay, you find them attractive as well, but you most certainly enjoy their bits. But it's your minds that connect. Okay, it's your minds that bond and merge into one. Okay, I do sense a lot of intellectual attraction around this person, a lot of intellectual admiration on both sides with you guys. Okay, so let's have a look and see why they want to marry you. Now, I definitely sense from your energy that you may have some Gemini and Pisces placements as well. And this may be why you both get on so well, because you both do have very similar energies in the birth chart. I do want to say that there is a good potential that you guys were born in the same year as well. I want to say that won't be for everybody, but I do think some of you may be born in the same year. I even want to say some of you may have been in the same year in school here as well. Okay, whether that be different schools or whether it be the same school. Okay, that could be for some of you as well. But with you, as I said, you've got that inner strength and that undeniable inner self-love. And because of this, I do think that you do look after yourself. Okay, so aesthetically you do look very pleasing, but at the same time, no matter what situation you're put under, okay, you will always have that core to build yourself back up. I definitely say you're one of those people where when you've had tough times, people are like, wow, how did they do it? How did they get themselves out of that one? Okay, people look at you like a bit like a superhero, I want to say. And again, that gives me that very like Amazonian kind of vibe coming from you, like your strength. And you don't even have to be built like an Amazonian person, but your strength is so strong, it gives you that kind of aura of being bigger. Okay, people may actually call you like the Amazonian woman and things like that, or the Amazonian man, okay, because we're not doing genders here, guys. But it's that inner strength, okay, that literally shines outwards. And it's that your person is attracted to, because they want you to teach them how to have that inner strength. Now, you've definitely, I want to say that you've moved away from, I want to say you've had multiple relationships where you've had to make hard decisions to move away from here with the Six of Swords. And it's that inner self-love that's made you move away from those situations in the past. I even want to say the same in careers and stuff like that. When people really do affect you at your core, you're ready to just cut them off. Okay, because you know how important it is to stay integral to your own values. I do want to say you have an element of, it's self-worth. I want to say you, and I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, okay? because I have an element of this as well. You have an element of you come first, but it's very healthy, because you know that for everyone around you to be okay, you need to be okay. If you crumble under the pressure, everything around you is going to crumble. So you hold a lot of importance on your own health and well-being for that reason. And this is something that your future spouse absolutely loves about you. You treat yourself like the goddess. Even if at times or low times you tend to kind of slip out of that goddess treatment, it's in you at all times, okay? It always lives within you. I really want to say you're very powerful with your speech as well. So you could seem very like cool and calm, but then if somebody crosses you, you can talk them down in an instant. You're like a protector. And if you don't have kids already, I want to say you've naturally got that very protective element of a parent. I want to say that maybe you've had to actually protect a child of your own, maybe you've had to protect a parent, maybe you've had to protect like a young sibling, okay, but you have that protective element as well. I also want to say you're very well balanced. So you're the kind of person that can think logically about any situation. I definitely don't sense that you're somebody who loses your SHIT. I don't expect that you're somebody who goes off the rails very often. Okay, you're somebody who's very logical about things. So I want to say you've got, like, again, a healthy balance of that emotion and that intuition and that logical mindset. So, for instance, if it comes to something very tricky that's happening in your life, you're able, even if it makes you feel the feels, you're able to find a solution to get out of it because you have that logical mindset. You're able to put the emotions aside and look at things very logically. And I want to say this really attracts your future spouse to you, because the relationship with you is nice. It's easy, not in the easy, boring way, but easy as in, like, you're not taking up space with crap. You're not taking up space in the relationship with you did this, you did that. You're not taking up space in the relationship with you hurt me every day, okay? It's very much like you have an issue, you talk about it, and then you move forward, having fun, having adventures. Now I do want to say there might be, okay, my voice is going. I do think maybe Spirit is asking me to tell you to voice your opinions. If you're not happy with anything, voice your opinion at all times, in all scenarios, not just with your future spouse. Because you're good at sifting through the crap, you're good at sifting through the SHIT, but sometimes the easiest way to sift through that SHIT is by using your voice and your expression. Which makes a lot of sense because your future spouse is the one who expresses themselves very freely. Maybe you're not as freely expressive, but it's in you to be very expressive. I sort of resonate this energy to something that I went through maybe about 4 months ago, where your future spouse is, on the outside, seems like an extrovert, but really they're an introvert. And you, on the outside, look like an introvert, but really you're an extrovert. And you've got these the wrong way. Maybe your future spouse feels very exhausted because they're always going, they're always putting on a show, but they're not spending the time like feeding that inner core, that inner energy source within them. Yet you feel a little bit lackluster about life. Like, oh, you know, things are great. You know, things have been going good, things are great. But it's just, I just don't feel completely in alignment. And that's because you're supposed to be out there more, expressing yourself more, being seen more. I want to say that you may have North Node conjunct the Ascendant, North Node in the first. A life path that is very much about you. You're the star of the show. It's about you. You have to put yourself first at all times. A very prominent life path. Okay. Right. Why you are different to those other 𝑏𝒔s. Okay. Five of Swords. I want to say that with the Five of Swords here, it's very blatant. As in, you are way more good looking than those other women or men, okay? You beat them hands down when it comes to your looks and your appearance. And your strength as well. Because remember, everything that we feel is going to be expressed on the outside. For instance, if you are strong on the inside, your physical appearance is going to be strong. You're going to stand tall. People are just going to feel from your energy not to mess. It can be the opposite way. If you have a lot of self-doubt, on the outside you're going to naturally just walk with a bit of a hunchback, a little bit lower. But because you have this inner strength and this inner self-love, this radiates on the outside. And even though your physical attributes are beautiful, your inner strength and inner self-love only accentuates that. I really want to say you've got like a very like a very light aura. I want to say there's like whites in your aura, pinks in your aura, white and pink in the aura, purity, unconditional love. And it's that unconditional love that you have for yourself. And that's beautiful because that's where love starts. Love starts with you. So if you can love yourself unconditionally, you can love other people unconditionally. Your energy is very much like a rose quartz crystal. You radiate love. You magnetize love. And I think a lot of people have been drawn to you because they don't have that self-love, so they're magnetized towards you so that you can teach them that self-love. But what you found in the past is that's been wasted on people because a lot of people haven't got with the script. These people who don't love themselves don't respect themselves enough to do the work to love themselves. So you found yourself smashing your head against a brick wall with these people. Now your future spouse struggles with that like inner confidence and grounding, but they do have that element of self-love within their energy field. They're logical, they're open, they're easygoing, so that when you point out to them, you know, maybe you're not as grounded as you should be, or whatever it is in your situation, they're not defensive to bat that back at you. They're open enough to be able to accept it and take it into consideration. And you're only going to grow together because you'll see them open up to you. You'll see them being more loose and easy with you, and you're naturally going to loosen up yourself. And then you're both going to start growing together, becoming whole together. And the Temperance here. You're a balanced biatch. I want to say your body's very well balanced. Okay, I want to say there's a lot of symmetry. Shoulder width, same width as the hips. I really want to say there's something about your legs as well. Very, very nice legs. But attitude-wise, balanced. Whereas other people can be OTT, have no control, no self-control. That's something that your future spouse does not like. People who don't have self-control. They love your self-control. I even want to say you're somebody who has a lot of self-control when it comes to, and discipline when it comes to like your daily routines and things like that. You may be somebody who exercises regularly, somebody who eats well. Somebody who isn't prone to addictions, and when you have had addictions in the past, you've been able to flag them up and be like, this ain't right. Okay? You've got like this inner strength and inner respect for yourself, so that you make sure that you're always being balanced, because you know an imbalance is going to affect you emotionally and physically, and it's going to be to your the detriment of your health. But as I said, your body's got that balance as well, because everything on the inside shows on the outside. Your physique is so balanced. I want to say with your energy as well, and I think this is something your future spouse is going to admire about you, you go through a lot of transitions, okay? You go through a lot of caterpillar in the cocoon to the butterfly phases. Maybe you have some Scorpio in your chart as well, some heavy Scorpio. But every time you go through one of these transitions, you gain wisdom. And I do think this is why you need to be more outspoken about your feelings, because you have a lot of wisdom to give to people. Your future spouse is going to push you to be a lot more public. They're going to push you to tell your story in some way. It could be in a book, it could be YouTube, it could be a blog, it could be just to friends and family. You're going to tell them your stories, and they're going to want you to share that because they know it's going to help other people. Now, why you're different to those other biatches as well is because your future spouse can never quite grasp you, okay? Because I've got the death card down here. They don't take your energy for granted. They know that if they mess up, you're going to burn this all to the ground here. You are, on the surface, out of your future spouse's league. Don't be put off, because emotionally you're not. But on the surface, you are. And your future spouse secretly loves this. They really like the chase because it keeps them active. When they're chasing, their mind is always active. They like to stay active. They like to stay occupied. And you constantly keep them occupied and on their toes. You don't give them a second to sit down and ever be bored of the relationship. They know your strength, and they know that you will bounce at any moment. But that ignites them. Whereas other people, other biatches, are easy. You've got this energy where you're always looking for the next best thing. And I don't mean this in a bad way, like you're always looking for the next best thing when it comes to relationships, because that's not what I mean, but I mean in general. You're always looking for the next best thing. You're not willing to stay in stale situations, whether that be work, relationships, friendships. You're ambitious and you're fast thinking, and when you make a decision, you go and you do it. You're one of those people as well that always sticks to your word. So if you say you're going to do something, you're going to go somewhere, you're going to achieve something, by gosh, you're going to do it. And you've proved this many times in your life. This is why you're different, because you've got that strength and you've got that energy and you've got that ambition to bounce if something's no good for you. But within your relationship with your future spouse, they love this because it means that you're never fully attainable. They're going to be chasing you for the rest of their life, and they love doing that. I did say here, they like to play sports. You're like a sport to them. And I think at times you may get a bit anxious. Am I pushing them too far? Do they feel insecure in this relationship? They love that feeling. They love having to work harder for you. Okay, let's get a little bit more info. Oh, for God's sake, bear with me 1 second, guys. My little reel in the background lasts for like 50 minutes, so obviously I've been filming this pile for around 50 minutes, and then a different tarot reading comes on, and then she's putting the cards right up to the camera. It's really doing my head in, so I do apologise about that, okay? But back to it, a little bit more info into why you are different to those other biatches. Twin flame, there we go, number 22. I did say you guys are a twin flame union, and the thing with the twin flame union is no one else is your person's twin flame. Yes, you can have more than one twin flame, but there can just be two twin flames in this lifetime. And I do want to say, okay, with the Lovers card, I do have the Lovers card down here as well, which can talk about twin flames too. I do want to say that you are this person's only twin flame on this earth, in this lifetime. And I do want to say you both are very powerful people. You've got a lot of power. And I want to say it is because your soul's only been split into two people. Where maybe another person, their soul may have been split into 6 people. So that's 6 people with less important tasks in this lifetime. Okay, so just say your soul splits into 10 people. It's less work to do for each of those 10 souls. But if your soul only splits into 2 people, you've got more responsibility on your shoulders. Now think about the people with no twin flames and it's just one soul. Who are they? Your Elon Musks? I don't know. But twin flame, guys, this is the clarification, what I said at the beginning. This is a twin flame union that you're dealing with here. You're different to those other biatches because they're not your person's twin flame. You are. And no matter what happens between you both, well, it's going to be positive because this is your future spouse, but no matter what happens between you both, it's always going to be you. You are always going to be that bitch. Giving. With 222, another twin flame number there. Giving. They like that you are giving. Giving. I feel like there's more there. I might come back to that one. Boobs and chest. Boobs and chest. So your person is definitely a boob person or a chest person. And you got a good pair of jugs. Those other biatches don't. Giving. Now, with giving, I really want to go back into the 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒄 element of this and why you're different. And I do want to say, without sounding crude, I gotta say what I hear. They've never had head like yours. Or they've never had oral like yours. I want to say no one has ever got their downstairs kind of juices flowing like you have. And I even want to say you give them this like feeling when you don't even touch them. I'm not saying they without hands, okay, but I wouldn't be surprised with this person. I wouldn't be surprised that this person gets themselves so excited over you that literally you could just brush yourself onto them and they'll be like, oh, I've just OG'd. It happens. It happens. But I think because this person feels so lucky to, and as I talk about the juices flowing, it starts pouring down with rain out there, which is literally what you do to them. It's like, as soon as you look at them, down there is just like, it's just all going on down there. But because they feel so lucky and honoured, and I want to say lucky and honoured to be able to worship your naked body. I don't know, what is wrong with the word naked? I can say naked without whispering it. You give so much to this person without even knowing that you're giving to them. Not saying you would, but you could just lie there and you could be giving all night long, just laying still. Because this person is so hypnotized by your body. Okay. Pile number 2, I'm going to leave that there. But I do want to quickly touch up upon the colour that you chose, okay, because you chose the orange letter here with pile number 2. By the way, number 2, we've got all the 2s. We've got number 2, because you chose pile number 2, we've got 22, and we've got 222. all of them twin flame numbers, union numbers, balancing between two people, between two energies, okay? You chose the colour orange, and the colour orange represents optimism, energy, excitement, okay? Positivity, and I do think that's what you're going to bring to each other. You're going to bring each other a lot of positivity, because I really do sense you both being very kind of like independent people, naturally, yet both of you feel like something's a little bit out of alignment, and you two are going to come into each other's lives and you're going to kind of twist those bolts and you're going to put each other into alignment. You're going to have so many epiphanies together. As I said, that thing where they are an introvert who's acting like an extrovert. They had no idea that they were more introverted than extroverted, and vice versa with you. You thought you were more of an introvert, well, turns out that you're more of an extrovert, and you need to be heard and you need to be seen because you've got a lot of wisdom that you can share, okay? You are very important. I'm not saying your person isn't, okay? But when I looked at your energy, it is very important. It's very much about the self. It really makes me think there is something very, very prominent you're supposed to be doing in your lifetime. And it's most certainly around communication, being heard, and in some cases being seen. Believe me, your future spouse is going to hear you, they're going to see you, okay? And they're going to try and push you to be more heard and more seen here. And after I say that, the last point, the last meaning for the colour orange is attention seeking. I swear I did not look at that before I started that spiel. Attention seeking. Now your person is the attention seeker, but they are going to, that's going to rub off on you. They're going to rub it off on you, and then you're going to go out there and you're going to seek more attention, and you are going to, when eyes are on you, you're going to give, giving. But when all eyes are on you, you're going to give. You have something to give. You have a reason for people to look. You have a reason for people to hear. Giving. Your person is going to realise and show you how much you have to give. To everyone. To the collective. To your community. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to hiccup. And I want to say massive, massive thank you for watching. I hope this resonated. If it did, please, please, please drop me a like. And also comment down below if you did resonate with your part of the reading. Also, if you've already met this person, maybe they are your boyfriend, or maybe you're seeing them, or maybe you know them. Did I mention you may have a childhood connection with this person? I don't know if I did. You may have a childhood connection with this person as well. Not for everybody, but it's either that or they make you feel like a child again. Okay, it's like a teenage romance. But yeah, if you resonate with your section of the reading, or if you already know this person, okay, and you think you know who it is, comment down below, let me know, give me your story, or just tell me which part that you claimed, okay? Really enjoy hearing from you all. And if you do like content like this, please subscribe, because I absolutely adore making content like this for you. Hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I do post a new pick a card reading. I normally post one a week, okay? If ever I have a little bit more spare time, I will do more than one a week, but at the moment it's looking like one a week, okay? So hit that notification bell. And guys' and girls', thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Love you loads. See you later. Hello there, pile number 3. You chose the pink letter. And to begin the reading, I want to read this letter so that we can gain some insight into your future spouse's energy and kick-start this reading. So with you guys, I really did feel like I wanted to calm things down a little bit. So I don't know whether your energy is very calming, okay, whether you are a lot more zen, a lot more grounded. I really felt like I just wanted to go, okay. So, pile number 3, your letter from your future spouse. Can I just say you are the sexiest thing to walk this planet. Your shape drives me wild, but it's that heart that makes me smile. You are my best friend. I'm so lucky to spend the rest of my life in your arms. I asked the universe for you and I got exactly what I wanted. You must know I will only ever have eyes for you. I can be defensive to those around me, but with you I fall to pieces. Your eyes reach deep into my soul and my pants. You can have whatever you want from me with that stare. When I look at you at times I struggle to believe you're real. Is it because you are so perfect, or is it because I don't believe I deserve you? You truly are my goddess, and I'll worship you for the rest of my life. I try to be kinkier with you, but I always want to make love. I know you enjoy me, but I lose myself with you. Every taste of you is never enough. I'd quit my job to spend all day and every day in bed with you. You are beautiful, and so is our life. We have the best family. I admire your sense of style. I know you need to help me with mine. You push me to work harder. All I want to do is please you and make you proud. I will give you the world, and I'm sticking to my word. I buy you flowers to remind you of your beauty and how you smell so good. When I smell you, I want to eat you. I don't care where or when, but you like it when it's spontaneous, right? I know sometimes you want to change of scenery, but please realise you have it all here already. You truly are living the dream. One day we will make a big life move together and you'll feel like a teenager again. We're building right now. I promise it'll all be worth it. As I've always said, I will follow you to the ends of the earth if I have to. I love you, princess. Okay. So your future spouse may call you princess, which is really sweet. We all want to be a princess, right? Okay. So whilst I was channeling this letter, I did get some other little messages through as well, which I will read out to you now, okay? So with your future spouse, we've got a healthy balance of masculine and feminine energy, okay? So this is somebody who can be very alpha on the outside, but on the inside, they can be very soft and intimate. We've got water energy with this person, so Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, but I also got a lot of Taurus with this energy as well. Now what I want to say is I think you both have some prominent Taurus in your charts, okay? So I really sense that with you. When I felt very zen, tapping into your energy, I did want to say, you know, are you a Taurus here, okay? Could even be a Taurus Venus, okay? Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We could have some Jupiter, we could have some North Node Taurus in there as well. Your future spouse is very family orientated and wants a family with you, okay? So your future spouse is going to want those kiddos. Your future spouse loves your curves, okay? So you may be somebody who's insecure about your curves, and what I'm trying to say here is your future spouse loves those curves. I love those curves if you are curvy, but if you don't really consider yourself curvy, they still like the shape of your body. Like for me, for instance, from the front, I don't look curvy at all, but from the side, I've got the curves. Why can't it be? Why can't it be all the way around? It makes no sense. But it's maybe you have curves in places that you didn't realise, okay? Even if you're not, or you don't consider yourself a curvy person. Your future spouse loves the chest area, okay? So they love those boobies, okay? So they're going to be like a boob person. They're going to like boobs, or they're going to like the chest, okay? You may like the chest as well. Again, with you two, I think there's a lot of reciprocated energies, a lot of similarities. Don't get twin flame here, okay? I definitely get soulmate, but you've got a lot of things in common, okay? So you may both be very drawn to the chest area. You may be very drawn in there for like comfort, and vice versa, okay? I've got down here, your future spouse cries sometimes, okay? So they may have like a little tear and things like that. They're going to cry on your wedding day, hands down, 100%. They're going to cry on your wedding day. They are very sensitive, but not to the point where it's like weird or overbearing. Your future spouse loves your stability, okay? I've got stability down here. And if you do have that Taurus energy, like I picked up on, you are very stable. As I said, when I jumped into your energy, it was grounding, okay? So when you're grounded, it means your roots are deep in the ground, which makes you stable. They've got a BFG energy, so big, friendly, giant energy here as well, okay? So that makes me think that they are either very tall or very wide. I think a lot of people are scared of your future spouse. I want to say your future spouse may have like a managerial job. They may be a big boss. They may be a CEO, okay? Or they may own their own business, which would make them a CEO. But a lot of people on the outside are very scared of your future spouse because they look a certain way, but you know that they're just a big softie on the inside. And I think that really turns you on because they're the best of both worlds, okay? And secretly hung. Secretly hung. But at the same time with this one, I wrote secretly hung, okay? But I do think that it may not be that much of a secret because of their sheer size. But what I want to say is they may be even more big than you even expected. So look out for that one. Okay, very fertile as well. This person is very fertile. Now, I don't know whether you're both very fertile together because your chemicals just match perfectly, like your chromosomes are like a perfect match, or whether they are very well known to be quite fertile. Okay, I want to say big. Oh, why do I feel so reluctant? Do you know, all of these piles have been like a little bit dirty, okay? But I feel really bad being like really crude because I haven't said like this is an 18+ reading or anything like that. I think I can still keep it as a normal reading, but they've got big balls. Why am I doing this? Like, I'm just intuitively doing things, but that is literally what you're gonna hear when you do it with this person. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It just happens. It just happens. I'm a Scorpio midheaven. So when it comes to like career and things like that, I am actually very Scorpionic. God. But behind closed doors, I'm not a freak. I'm not a freak. There ain't nothing wrong with being a freak. I wish I was more of a freak behind closed doors. I could do with a Scorpio midheaven and a Scorpio moon, or a Scorpio midheaven and a Scorpio rising, or a Scorpio midheaven and a Scorpio sun. But I just have the Scorpio midheaven here, guys. So everyone's like, oh yeah, when people meet me, they're just like, oh, I'm in for some fun. And then they get me behind closed doors and I'm like, got my fluffy socks on, popping a nice documentary on the TV, and I'm like, what? Anyways, it's not about me. This is all about you. So let's dive a little bit deeper into their energy and their appearance for you. Okay, so for their energy, we did get Taurus came out. The cards don't lie. Cards don't lie. I love it when my channels match my cards. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So they are somebody who does have that stability. They probably, I want to say they've got a Taurus rising. So I want to say physically they look very Taurian. I want to say they've got like a wider set face, potentially. They may have like a wider set nose, okay? But they've got that bull look to them. They look like a bull, and that's why they look very scary, okay? And I do want to say they do get angry at times, okay? They can get very peed off, okay? And I do think it's very work related. I think when they come home to you, that's when they get to that's why they like the boobs, guys. That's why they like the boobs. When they come home to you, they want to relax, they want nurturing, and that's why they naturally gravitate towards the boobs, because the boobs are nurturing, okay? It's sustenance. And when they've been drained at work, they come to your chest area for sustenance. Not literally, that would be impossible, but it's instinctual. But with this as well, like, they've got a very trusting, they're very trustworthy. You're going to feel very safe with them. And I do want to say you're always going to feel very financially safe with them. I think they're the kind of person that even if you did lose everything, you would feel safe sleeping with them in a bus stop. And I relate to that because I had an ex like that, where I thought if we lost everything, I'd be safe in a blanket in a bus stop, sleeping next to them. I'd still be able to sleep at night because I know how safe they'd keep me. And I want to say this person is got the exact same energy. Earth energy is like that in general. People feel very safe around earth energy, very protected around earth energy. Your person seems to have a lot more earth energy than I first thought. Okay, they could be predominantly water and earth here, because we do also have Capricorn here, and I do think they are very ambitious, hardworking. And if you meet them and they're not a big boss, by the time you marry them, they're going to be the big boss. Okay, they're very ambitious, very hardworking, but they also are the methodical climber. Okay, so as I said, you may meet them when they're kind of more near the bottom of the corporation, but they will methodically work their way up, and they are going to be their big boss on the big money by the time you marry them. Okay, I definitely see that. I want to say your person's very curvy as well. Whether they're male or female, they're very curvy. Okay, not in a bad way. Okay, just curves in the right places. Big V chest, nice strong legs, big strong butts. Okay, I really sense that. And again, that's, you know, they can fight for you if they need to, and they never will need to. But you could be in the most dangerous part of town with them, and you know that no one can get to you. I want to say they're built like a bodyguard. And I want to say they do protect you like a bodyguard would as well. I definitely sense that you have more of a feminine air, but a strong feminine. Okay, you do have the element of strength within you. Okay, but you look very feminine. Okay, again, whether you're male or female watching this, you are the one who looks very feminine here, okay? You're a bit more delicate than this person, and they genuinely want to protect you like they would like a small child at all times. Now, we've got the 5th house here and Pluto. I did say they have that like water energy, that Scorpio energy. When you think about Pluto and Scorpio energy, you think about the roots down in the ground. That's where you plant the seed to grow. Without the roots, there's nothing can manifest in the physical. This person, I want to say this person has a lot of investments, a lot of financial investments. I want to say they've got more money than they make out. But I want to also say that the love that they have for you runs very deep. Deeper than you could ever imagine. They're so totally devoted to you. But I also want to say during your relationship there are going to be big transformations, and I think your transformations within your marriage, or your relationship and your marriage, I want to talk about the relationship and the marriage here, is going to transform drastically from the beginning to the end because of the financial gains you're going to get together. The gains just come out of my mouth funny. Gains? Did I say it like that? Gains. But no matter what, from the beginning to the end, you're going to have that childlike devotion and childlike love for each other. I want to say you fancy each other like you fancied the first crush on the playground at primary school. Are you a teacher? I want to say you're a teacher, or you want to become a teacher. They could be a teacher, but I want to say you. Could be them though, could be them, this is on their side. But also they're very caring by nature because they do want those kids with you. So they've got that nurturing nature naturally, and they nurture you, but they want to extend that to nurturing your children as well. They're very nurturing. I want to say they're so grounded, but they've got this air of confidence about them as well. And I think it is because they've worked hard. And because they've worked hard, it's built up a bit of a persona around them. I really want to say that they're the kind of, they've got a quiet confidence. The kind of person where, just say they've been asked to speak publicly for some reason. And I think at one point, I think at some point, when you're married, they're going to be speaking publicly quite regularly. Okay, I do feel like that. But just say they've been asked to speak publicly. Stand in front of the town and say a speech because they're opening up the new theatre. I don't know. That's not supposed to resonate with anyone, but that's just an example. I think you could be like, oh God, oh. They might be a little bit nervous and I hope they do okay. But then when they get up on stage, they've got this massive like air of confidence, and they constantly shock people with how confident and assertive and proactive they actually are. Let's gain a little bit more insight into their energy and appearance here. I'm going to really dig to the bottom here. Dark and mysterious, which would make sense to this Pluto card that's came out here. Dark and mysterious. Now, I don't know whether they actually do have darker hair. Yes. Darker hair. Maybe darker eyes. But I want to say dark hair. Okay? Mainly dark hair. They could even have green eyes. Okay? Blue, brown or green eyes. But I want to say dark hair, green eyes. Okay? But they may have brown or blue eyes. But there will definitely be some of you where they'll have brown hair and green eyes. I can see them now. Or very, an odd colour eye, okay? Even muddy eyes, but muddy sounds horrible. It's a horrible way to describe this particular colour, but it's like a very light kind of mixture of browns and greens, okay? It's a very unique eye colour. But I want to say dark hair. They may even have a beard, I want to say, or they may grow like a beard if they are a male. Okay, and again, it's like, I think to the outside world, they are very dark, they are very mysterious, because they're only known for this like power position that they have, but you see a different side of them. You see the emotional side of them. They actually cry with you. And I reckon if you went to one of their works dues and you said, oh, my boo, my boo, my boo cries, everyone would be like, oh my God, no, we're not talking about the same person here. Show off flex. As I said, this quiet confidence, but I definitely think they're going to show you off and flex you because they are so proud of you. But at the same time, they are very big. They are very larger than life. Okay, they have this inner confidence. So I think they could be very showy with themselves, but I want to say because they're so showy in general, they are going to show you off as well. Okay. I see this person having a big car, okay, a big saloon. Bone structure, again, I think their bone structure is very larger than life, makes them look very scary, but I also think you enjoy that about them. You actually enjoy the power that they exude. It makes you feel more like a woman. I feel like a woman, bam, bam, ba-da, bam, bam. Okay, it makes you feel like a woman. And last but not least, spiritual with 777. Oh, there's 777 here. And I do have an 11 up there as well. I want to say you haven't met this person yet, but you're manifesting each other in the spiritual. I definitely think you've imagined the person that you want to marry, and I think when this person comes into your life, you're going to recognize them instantly. And I think they're manifesting their perfect person, and they're nigh on exactly what you are. I think you're both going to be very shocked when you come into each other's lives, because it's going to be like, damn, I full-blown manifested you. And that's what you guys are doing at the moment. And spiritual. Again, it's this level of depth that your future spouse has that no one else sees, no one else realizes. I want to say your future spouse is intuitive, maybe even borderline psychic here. I want to say they're going to be open to things like psychic readings and stuff like that. I also want to say that somebody very close to them is deceased by the time you meet them. And I do feel like, I want to say it's a father. That the father may have passed away before you meet them. And they will express to you that they still talk to their father from the other side. And it's that's going to open up that doorway for you to see that this person is a lot more sensitive, a lot more intuitive and switched on than they make out to begin with. Okay. So, why do they want to marry you? Well, you match that stability. You have that Taurus energy as well. But something that they do like about you is, I want to say that you're somebody who's been friends. You've got friends from your childhood still. Okay, you've got people in your life that you've been friends with for like 10, 20 years. And I think your future spouse likes this because it shows that you've got a level of loyalty to invest in people long term like that. They can see that you can stay in situations long term here. Okay, they can see that you have that ability, so that they trust that you're going to stay with them long term. I even want to say maybe you've got a very nice social media profile. I do think you are going to meet over social media. And I think you may have a very nice social media profile. And even if you're not using it for like business readings, I said readings, maybe you do readings. Maybe you do life coaching, maybe you do readings. But even if you're not using your social media for business reasons, I really want to say that you unconsciously make it beautiful because you have this artistic flair. And when your future spouse, you're being authentic as well. You're authentic to your soul. You go where the soul wants you to go, quite fearlessly. It's like the Fool tarot card. It's not out here, but you move with your soul. And if something doesn't match your soul's energy, you just don't go for it. I really want to say you've got Taurus Venus as well. Strong self-love, but strong understanding of the self and what you want as well. And your future spouse looks at you like the Empress, and the Empress is the most beautiful person in the tarot. The Empress is also the creator. And in this card, she's pregnant. Your future spouse looks at you like the only person that they want to have children with, because they want their children to have your level of integrity, stability, and beauty. Your future spouse thinks that you are the epitome of beauty here. No one exudes beauty like you. And I really do think that your beauty comes from the inside, because your soul is so pure. It's like I can feel a lot of emotion with you, which partly makes me think that maybe you do have some water in your chart as well. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You're not afraid to express your emotions. And I do think that there's a lot of people around you that you express your emotions to very freely. There could be young children around, and you're amazing with the kids, absolutely amazing. You just connect with them on the level. I want to say they really love to see you smile. Because when you smile, there's no fakeness in there. It's fully genuine, and I think when you smile, you look like a child. Weird thing to come out, but you look like a little child when you smile. And your future spouse thinks that's absolutely adorable. It melts their heart. And it's that makes them want to do everything in their power to make you smile like that for the rest of your lives together. You've got all this emotion, but you have the ability to balance that emotion. And you're very mature with it. Where there's other people with emotions, the high emotions that you have, that can't handle it. It comes out in loads of different directions. They can be very codependent because of all this emotion that they have, but not you. You have it all under control. But you're very willing and happy to express when something has triggered your emotions, and they love that because it means there's no major arguments, no outbursts, no misunderstandings here. I really want to say that you are somebody who is quite spiritual. I did slip up and say readings before, didn't I? I want to say you do believe in divine guidance. I mean, you're here, so silly me. But I do want to say you believe in divine guidance. I want to say you believe in angels. And I want to say you believe in fate. And I want to say your meeting is very fated, okay, when you meet your future spouse. And you're both going to notice this fate element to your meeting. But I also want to say that you bring your future spouse healing, calm, peace, because their job is very stressful. You don't even have to do anything. When they're in your energy, they feel calm, they feel peaceful. You trust that they're going to keep you safe, and they trust that you're going to take care of their emotions. I want to say you're equals as well. You both know your position in the relationship, and everything's very even. And it is because of that ability where you can express your emotions. You can express if something isn't fair within the relationship. So you have this very equal relationship. I want to say you're the kind of person to offer to pay the bill. Now, I don't think that your future spouse is going to accept that, but you're the kind of person to offer to pay the bill. You're the kind of person that when it comes to birthdays and Christmases, you're going to go all out and you're going to treat people, even if, I mean, you will break your, I even want to say you will break your back to the point where you'd get a part-time job around Christmas and birthdays so that you can buy the best presents, okay? When I say part-time job, I mean an extra part-time job or whatever it is that you do for a living, or you'll work overtime for that reason. And they love this about you. They feel safe to be generous with you. They feel safe to nurture you because they know that you're not taking it for granted. They know that you're not taking the pee. And because of this, you're going to get so many blessings. I think you already have had a lot of blessings in life. You're blessed. And I think when they're around you, life is just a lot sweeter. Which makes me think that there may have been a point in the relationship where you were apart. Whether one of you worked away for a little bit, or whether you had a break. And they realised the dip that they had when you weren't around. In their mood, in their energy. And I think they vowed from that moment that they were never going to be apart from you again. And then Nine of Pentacles, you are luxurious to them. You are the luxury partner. You look good, you smell good. You've got that independence. You've got your own hobbies. You've got your own things going on. Okay, whether that be like your own career, your own friends. I do see you guys combining friends. I do see you being very close to their work colleagues as well. But you've got your own stuff going on. I don't need a man to make it happen. I get up being free. that was completely out of tune. I don't need a man to make me feel good. I get up, do my thing. That's your anthem. Okay, Pussycat Dolls. I think it's called I Don't Need a Man. I want to say you've had a lot of your own independent success as well. Whether you have it when you meet them, or whether you've had it, or whether you're having it. You've definitely had it. You've definitely had it. I want to say you're very self-sufficient without this person. And again, that's that level of excitement within the relationship, because you can just up and leave at any moment. And all they can do is eat your dust. Because they know that you don't need them. You want them. And they love that. They love that they're always having to work for you. And that's came out in every single pile. Or is it only the... No, 2 of the piles it's came out. That the man gets excited to work for their person. And it makes sense. Because biologically, men are wired to chase. Because men are wired to procreate, move on to the next. Procreate, move on to the next. And the person who puts up the biggest fight, or the woman who puts up the biggest fight, okay, because we are talking about, clearly has, or at least biologically, makes the man think that they have the best genes. The harder it is to get, the better the genes. The harder they want to chase. When a man can't get what they want, they get horny. And that's what you do. You make this person horny with your independence. Okay. Now, let's find out why you are different to all those other biatches. I want to say 7 of Wands here. Okay. You have a lot of options. You are a highly attractive person. Very beautiful. The Empress here, the most beautiful person in the tarot deck. The epitome of feminine. As I said, you are the feminine in this relationship. Whether you are masculine or feminine, you're the feminine. pick up a lot through this reading. But what I want to say with the Seven of Wands is you've got all these wands here, okay? All of these wands, okay? You got 6 wands. Everyone's like, these all... When I say wands, wait, that bloody hell, why is it... I've got to get in focus. I've got to like do a mad thing to get my camera in focus, so I do apologise about that. Just checking I've not got any boobage out. Okay. All these wands here are representative of people wanting to give you their D. I'm gonna be real with you. And they're all like, take this D. And another one's going, no, you take this D. Have this D, love. Like, that's what I'm seeing here. But you have your D. But you have your future spouse's D there in your hands, and you're like, this is the only D for my hands. Thank you very much. And I'm going to protect myself with my man's D to push all these other ones away. So what I'm trying to say here is your future spouse knows. Got to do a wild one again. It's getting focused. Are you in focus? If it's not in focus, it's not in focus, guys, okay? But your future spouse, there we go, thank you. Your future spouse knows that you're in high demand. And that's why they know if they lose you, you can take care of yourself and you can get someone else in a jiffy. But why you're different to those other biatches is that you know you've got it. You know you've got all these Ds. You know you've got DMs flying in. You know you've got, some of their work colleagues even have fantasies about you. One in particular is going to flirt with you and really annoy your future spouse. But you're very protective of your man, and you're very protective of the respect of your man as well, okay, your future spouse. And you're like, how dare you? You know I have a man. And you will always go to your future spouse and you'll always say, look, this person's done this person's done that, and I'm not interested. And they can genuinely see in your demeanour that you're not interested, and that you're telling them because you want the protection. You want your future spouse to bat these other people, all these other Ds away. And even though they get peed off because you're their person, at the same time they get that pride hit. They're like, this amazing person wants me and me only. And they come to me to defend them, and that's exactly how I like it. Five of Cups here as well. They do like the fact, I want to say, because you're so emotionally connected, I want to say, okay, how am I trying to get, what are you trying to say? If you're not happy with something, you won't let it lie. You won't just hide your emotions under the, how can you hide emotions under the carpet? You won't hold back your emotions if you're not happy with something. And you will work and you'll work and you'll work to put that thing right. And they love this about you. You will not settle. And I really sense this being something with you currently. You're unsatisfied about something currently. I really want to say it could be a past relationship. And you're ready to let that go. You're ready to walk away from that. But you want to move very far away from it for some reason. You want some distance between you both. But because you're so determined that you want what you want, you're going to do everything in your power to have physical distance from this past person. That's a random message that just came through. But that's your attitude in general. Even something as small as if the living room carpet is not up to your standards, You won't walk on that living room carpet for 3 years before you get it changed. Every single day you'll be like, this living room carpet is disgusting. I want it changed. When are we going to get it changed? When are we going to take the time to move all the furniture out so we can get it changed? That's your attitude. And it's great. Have you got some Latino in you? I sense Latino energy here. Oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. I can see it. Fiery, you're fiery, you got that fire. You want what you want. You're stubborn with it as well because you got that Taurus. I want it done. Now. And I think this is something that you don't realise that they love about you, because I think you may think it could be irritating, but they love that assertiveness. They love the fact that you get SHIT done. And it makes a lot of sense for them because they're in an industry where they're going to be the big boss. And there's a lot of people underneath them just sleeping. I said today, people sleeping on opportunities, and I can't even get 8 hours. That's literally what they're used to. They're like, why are people just sleeping on their lives here? Them sleeping is costing me money, but you don't cost them money because you don't sleep on stuff. You're like, right, this is an issue, let's get it done, let's get it sorted. You have that self-love within yourself that you expect everything. And that is amazing. That's how it should be. You should only ever expect the best for yourself. And you will only get the best with that type of attitude. Got the world here as well. You are your future spouse's world. Everything about you is exactly what they wanted in their person. And there is no doubt at all that this marriage, when you do get married, is going to last forever. There's going to be no divorces here. It's like you could be in a room full of 50 women, and your future spouse is only going to see you. And I know people say things like that, very flouncy, woo-woo, airy-fairy, in a room full of 1,000 models. I'd only have eyes for you. But genuinely, your future spouse worships the ground you walk on. It is only you. There can be an aesthetically pleasing woman or person in the vicinity. But what you don't realise is that you are exactly everything. The shape of your nose is exactly what they want. The colour of your hair is exactly what they want. The shape of your eyes is exactly what they want. The way that you feel is exactly what they want. No one else is going to fulfill what they want like you can. It doesn't matter about their age, it doesn't matter about their height, it doesn't matter, and nothing matters. It's you. You are everything they ever dreamed of. And they know that this marriage is for life. Because the world is all the fixed energies. It's all the fixed signs. It's Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. Taurus! We've got Taurus again. Okay. Let's have a look what else we got. There we go, there we go. So, okay. So we've got first time, and I do think that this is why you're different to those other biatches, because it's the first time. You are the first person who's ever made your future spouse feel this way. You're the first person who's ever ticked all of their boxes. You're the first person that found this highly attractive, both internally and externally. It may be as deep as they lose their V's to you, or you do something that they've never done with another person before. Okay, so it could be quite literal like that as well. I'm going to take one that's poking out to me. Let's do this properly. That may be words that are uttered during the relationship. Let's do this properly. It may be your mantra. Let's do this properly. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it properly. That was poking out at me and I had to grab it. Get one more of these. Okay. So we've got accomplished, and this is most definitely both of you. They're accomplished, they're boss energy. You're accomplished with this Nine of Pentacles. You're completely independent. You don't need this person. You want this person. We've got authoritative. And yeah, again, I think it's you both. You both have so much in common. They're very authoritative by nature because they are like that big boss energy. But you're also very authoritative because emotionally you know what you want, okay? I did say it's like kind of like that Latino air to you, okay? I know what I want. But the B-U-T-T, okay, they really like the B-U-T-T, but I did say they also do like those. I think what you're going to find is they're going to balance out their interest in the these and the these, okay, and the this, these and the this. On the days where they come home from work exhausted, you're probably going to find them gravitating towards these. And then on like the weekends and stuff, they may be really obsessed with this, okay? But the great thing about that is you've got them both, baby. You've got the B's, you've got the two B's, you've got the boobs and you've got the butt, you've got the boobs and the butt, okay? And what they'll probably say to you, and I have said this for another pile, is they'll probably say, oh, most people only have one. That's nice. You know, I usually only like, you know, no one ever has both of them exactly how I like them, but you have both of them. Ow. It's all what they like. Whoa, it's all what they like. I like it like that. Because I like it like that. Why does that come into my head? Okay, whatever. And high vibrational is 666. Now 666 does represent soul, the sun, and the sun is abundance. To grow crops, to grow sustenance, we need the sun's rays. Okay, this is abundance. This is literally how your marriage is going to go. You are going to increase in abundance as the years go on. By the time you're married, you're going to be with a big boss. You're going to be very well off, very happy, very financially comfortable here, but also high vibrational. I do think that is then with that aspect of spirituality that people don't realize, but also you with that heightened, those heightened like emotions. You're very emotional. Your emotions are very powerful, okay? You're both very high vibrational people, and I want to say you're both very high vibration as well because you've got that purity to you. You're both very loyal. You both don't your thoughts aren't tainted and things like that, okay? You're very focused on what you both want, and you both want each other, and you don't deter away from that focus, okay? You put all of your high vibrational energy into your goals, and my God, you smash those goals again and again and again. Okay, you chose the pink pile, okay, pink pile, and the colour pink represents a playful, childlike and nurturing nature, okay, and I did say this person wants children with you. I've got the 5th house down here as well, but I do feel like your relationship, your love for each other is going to be very childlike, okay. I'm sure I did say it would be like the first crush on the playground, that kind of energy. Now this could be quite literal to the point where maybe you did meet at school or you did meet at university. But I do want to say that your love is very childlike and it's extremely unconditional as well. You two are going to find that very early on in the relationship you have like an unconditional devotion and love for each other. Okay, and the colour pink also represents compassion, okay, and humility, okay, being humble. And that's something like you both are going to have so much success if you don't already, but you're going to have like that humbleness about it, okay? There's more to life than financial success. There's more to life than flexing. There's more to life than keeping up with the Joneses, okay? You've both got this quiet confidence. I want to say inspirational as well. I do think maybe you're going to be the one who's highly inspirational. I think a lot of your friends, I even want to say a lot of your children's friends, if you have children now, if you do have children with your future spouse, are going to look up to you and be like, oh, you're who I want to be. You're the kind of person I want to be. You're the kind of person who I want to model my morals around. Okay, you teach people how to be authentic to themselves, yet you teach them how to just live their life right. I want to say you teach people how to live their life right. Yeah, someone for people to really look up to. And I even want to say your future spouse is going to look up to you. I want to say your future spouse with their deceased loved one, who I do feel could be a father. Your future spouse is going to express that their person, their deceased loved one, has came into a dream or a channeling of some kind, or some kind of reading, psychic reading. And the deceased ancestor has spoken about you and how amazing you are as a person, how good you are for them. They're going to give you their approval. And I think shortly after that, your future spouse is going to propose. Yeah. Because they've got the blessing from the heavens. Okay. Pile number 3. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a like. If you resonated, I would love you to tell me your story down below. Okay, whether you resonate with the part of this reading that pertains to you, whether you've already met this person, you want to share your story, or whether you just like the reading, you want to claim a pile, please let me know down below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you do like content like this, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when I post a pick a card reading. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much, and take care of yourselves. I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye.